Monday, friend. Dharma Shakti here. Great to be with you. I want to share a quote that I found really insightful, and it just really resonated when I heard it. Maybe just because of where I'm at in my life right now. So I'm thinking that there's probably somebody out there who's in a similar place as me right now, and also needs to hear this message the way I needed to hear it. So this is a quote by Elizabeth Warren. This is not a political anything. It's just a quote that happens to be by Elizabeth Warren. She says, "Dream big and fight hard." And I think that this just really resonated with me because a lot of us, especially in the time and the culture that we live in, we forget that there's a climb, that there is a fight, that there is, we gotta find the grit in us and dredge through the mud and get to the end destination. And I feel like we have a community of people that are so big on affirmations and manifestation and, just divine alignment. And if it's too much work, you shouldn't do it. If it doesn't come easy, it wasn't meant for me. And although I think that there's truth in those things, I also know from my own life experience that there's always some kind of fight that you got to go through in order to get to the thing that you want to do or be or have or achieve. Whether it's the inner fight, the fight with yourself inside and the things that you think during your process, or it's the pushback that you get from your family, your friends, and your loved ones, or a broken system that, doesn't really function in a way that allows us creative beings to really be fully autonomous and creative. Whatever. If you're dreaming big, you gotta fight hard. There's gonna be pushback. And I just wanted to remind you that. So if you're anything like me and you start to get pushback or things just start to not look like they're aligning, I always start to second guess where I'm at and think, well, maybe this isn't meant to be. And I get in that place where I'm like, do I need to push harder? Do I need to just surrender and accept what is? And I think when we take enough time to really check in with ourselves and be really honest in our self-reflection and our intuitive gut feelings about things, or if we can honestly look at it on paper and write down pros and cons or what's working, what's not working, you are going to find clarity. Only you will know whether you're supposed to push more or surrender more. And this video isn't about surrender, of letting go of your dreams. This video is about, if you have a big dream, you're going to have to fight hard. There's no way around it. It's not going to come easy. Big dreams don't come easy. Big dreams come with a lot of challenge. And that's what makes them so big, I think, So if you're in the midst of those challenges, if you're in the midst of the doubt, if you're in the midst of the struggle, I just wanted to remind you to keep fighting that good fight. To keep taking a stand for your dream and for what you believe in and what you're working towards. Right? Keep taking a stand for the direction that you want to move in life. Keep holding that dream really dear to your heart when everyone else around you wants to just tell you it's not a good idea. Don't give up. I want you to keep fighting that good fight. If you're dreaming big, keep fighting that good fight. Don't stop. Keep going. Right? You gotta find a way to find that grit and that hustle and that determination within you that is all I can think of is, Tony Robbins, fucking unstoppable. It's just an unstoppable, tenacious feeling within you that I will have sleepless nights. Sure, I'll stay up late and I will work the plan hard. I will go sit in the city council office and wait more than I want to talk to the person I need to get the permit that I need to get. I will sacrifice and suffer a little bit and feel uncomfortable in order to get to an end that I'm trying to get at. I will walk through the mud to get to the other side that I want to be at. Just keep fighting that good fight. If dream on the other side is big enough for you, there's going to be struggle, there's going to be pushback, right? But if the dream is big enough, meaning the calling is big enough, you feel called, you feel so pulled to do this thing, then that fight, that hustle, that grit, it's in there. It's in there. And if it's not there, if it's not showing itself, you might want to check on the dream. You might check out the dream. Like, is that something you really want to do? Right? Like, my kids will tell me, I'm really hungry. And I'll say, okay, let me make you this dish. Well, I don't want to eat that. Well, then you must not really be that hungry. They hate when I say that, because they know my point is, if you were really hungry, you would eat anything right now. So rephrase what you're saying. So if you have a big dream that you're not hungry for, you might need to reframe what that big dream is for you. Either the dream itself, or is that really a dream? Or is it just a story you've been telling for so long that you don't want to let go of, but you're also not willing to work towards? You guys, we have such precious amount of time in our lives that if you have a dream, you got show up to it and work for it. Dream big and fight hard. If you're not going to fight hard, don't dream. Don't dream. Just live your life, and let it be simple, let it be mediocre, and let it be normal, let it be fine, and let it be good. Okay, but if you want to dream big, you have to know there's going to be a fight involved. You got to fight those inner demons that tell you you're not deserving enough, that you're not smart enough, you're not resourceful enough, whatever not enoughness it is. All doubt, the fear, the insecurity, the imposter syndromes. You got to fight all of that stuff on the inside. And then you got to also be willing to fight the obstacles outside of you. You don't stop at the first sign of no. Just because one person says no doesn't mean that the dream is over. You gotta if you're determined, you will find a way. If your dream is really calling you enough, you will find a way to fight, right? To fight hard, to make it happen, to figure it out. And so I want you to just take time this week to reflect on what is your big dream, first and foremost, because in working with my clients, I'm realizing that a lot of us don't have dreams. We don't think about it. We don't think what we want for ourselves, for our future. We just know we want security right now. We want a pair of bills right now. We don't really think about what is my big dream. So think about that if you don't have a big dream. When a big dream, it's going to be different for all of us. For some people, their big dream is just to lose 50 pounds. For some people, their big dream is to meet their soulmate. For some people, their big dream is to solve world hunger. Right? For some people, their big dream is just to have a relationship with their kids again. We all have different dreams. Ask yourself, what is my dream? And then ask yourself, honestly, am I really fighting for it? Am I fighting for it? What am I doing to fight for it? Am I doing enough? Could I do more? Could I do it better? Are you fighting for it? Really take a good, honest look. And thinking about it and come up with a creative process up here. That's not fighting for it. I mean, are you putting in the hours? Are you putting in the time? Are you putting in the blood, sweat, and tears? Showing up to the work that is required often for these dreams. So ask yourself, you know the answer. You know the answer. And then, just be bold enough to write down 5 action steps that you could take in the next week to 2 weeks towards that dream. And just start there. Don't beat yourself up and think that now you got to do all these things and add all this stuff and every day I'm going to do 10 tasks. No, just first assess, acknowledge, be self-accountable, and then say, okay, how am I going to course correct? I haven't really been showing up to my big dream, so what can I do this week, right? My big dream is to one day have a piece of land that I can have my home on, but also have a really beautiful center where people can retreat and find inspiration and healing and really be able to unplug. And so I've had that dream for a while. And if I was to be really honest, my next step would be I need to go sit down with my accountant and talk finances. How do I start saving money? Where do I do that? So that I can have a down payment for some land or the money for some land. But if I'm always talking about that dream, but I'm never really looking at my money, or I'm never saving money, or I'm never researching land, or, I think the biggest part for this particular dream is saving the money. If I'm not actively doing that, that's just like a pipe dream. It's it's just, it's not going to happen, right? You got to be proactive. And so, look, you have a dream, whether you know it or not. I want you to just take time to contemplate that. And your heart is longing to live into this dream. I know that longing is there once you connect to that dream. That longing is there. And it's like climbing a mountain. And you got to know that like what's at the top is totally worth the sweat and the fatigue and the distraughtness and the hunger and the pain and all that. Like, it's worth it, but you got to make that climb. You have to. Like, for me to go sit down with my accountant and talk about money and like me, saving money, brings up all kinds of stuff for me. And it's been an area that I've struggled with, which is why I'm sharing this with you. It's very relevant and real for me. Having to face where I'm stuck and fighting that good fight of like, okay, I just gotta like get over my money issues and all the shame that I have around that, and just go and like ask questions and start talking about it and have a dialogue and come up with a plan that I can implement so that one day I can have this piece of land. But if I have never taken those steps or never will take those steps, never do take those steps, I'm gonna go to my grave with that dream in me. I've heard it said that, if you're looking for a good idea, go to a cemetery. Because, people go to their graves with lots of good ideas and lots of dreams, and they never use them. I don't want you to go to your grave with this dream in you. I want you to work towards it. I want you to like feel like you're taking action and gaining some momentum towards this dream. And what I have found in my life is, it's not always the dream. Like, we think it's the dream. Like, I have to have this thing. What I have found is often in my journey towards that thing, so many other things unfold for me that were meant for me that I never could have imagined. But it was all because I was working towards this dream. So whether or not that dream happens, for me, it's not a determining factor in how much fight I put in. I'm still going to fight to work towards it. I'm still going to hold on to that dream, and I'm still going to take the steps towards that dream, because I know that the journey, that whole process is a big part of it as well. And so you guys fight the good fight. Keep fighting the good fight. Take a stand for your dreams and show up with some purpose. Put some deadlines or some time frames in there for yourself, So I hope that you found this helpful and inspirational and a little insightful. And for those of you out there, who have big dreams and you get a lot of pushback or a lot of criticism or a lot of questioning, just know that when you are doing something that's a little outside the box, that's maybe never been done before, whether it's never been done in your family or if it's never been done in the industry, you're going to get a lot of no's, and you're going to get a lot of you're crazy, and you're going to get a lot of you can't do it that way. You're going to get a lot of, well, it can't happen like that. And I want you to just keep fighting that good fight. I can't express it to you enough. Be committed to those things and show up and fight that good fight and work towards it. And so much will unfold for you that you couldn't have imagined. All right. I hope that you found this helpful. If you did, please drop me a like down below, and you're welcome to reply back to this email with any questions or comments. I'd love to hear what you thought, how it helped, or what dream you're working on. In the meantime, enjoy your week. I will see you next time. Happy Monday. Peace and blessings, and namaste.